Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to talk a little bit about the Guild Wars 2's Lost Shore expansion kind of thing they had the past 3 days. Now, basically, that it's over, I want to take and look back at the events that helped change Tyria, kind of talk about what had happened and all that different stuff. So let's take a look back and review some of the events that took place. Now, just to warn you guys, I did type this down, so if I look like I'm looking off to the side to read stuff, I apologize. I couldn't remember everything that I put down because a lot had happened. There was some good, some bad, but anyways, let's just jump right into it and get it over with. On the first day of the Lost Shores, it started with a super huge Karka invasion and Lion's Ark near Fort Mariner. For many people who weren't able to participate or didn't or don't know, Karka is one of the new enemies that was added to Guild Wars 2 for this event. They kind of resemble like half spiders, half crabs. Basically, think of the spider ants from the Borderlands series. That's pretty much how I saw them. But anyway, basically, after the invasion, you were told to go and talk to one of the instructors near the fountain in Lion's Ark that is being rebuilt due to the previous events, thanks to the Mad King on Halloween. This pushed the event a little bit further by making you go investigate a shipwreck and looking for lost cargo along the beach, where you would pick up a mysterious soggy bag. And then you had to report back to the investigators near the fountain once again after finding the bag. You're told to seek out an Asura named Bling. He was a souvenir shop Asura, where you exchange some words pretty much without telling him who sent you, and you're given a map piece. Now, this is where everything started to go downhill on day one. Basically, what was supposed to happen is you were supposed to go to this encampment and find this other Asura named Null. But the first day, I couldn't see him. Forums said that the guy was laying there dead. But, you know, when Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet was reached for the problem, pretty much what they said was they're giving their NPCs a stern talking to. And, you know, I found the comment funny, but I was more pissed than anything, considering it was a one-time event. So, pretty much I said to myself, man, whatever, fuck it, they'll have it fixed by tomorrow. And then day 2 rolled around, and there was a lot that changed with day 2. New area opened up, and new icons started showing up in Lion's Ark. But ignoring all of that, I decided to go and check on our old pal Null and see if he was fixed. Pretty much Null was there, but he was still broken. He was just sitting there now. He was sitting there mocking me pretty much like, haha bitch, you can't touch me. So feeling a little disgruntled about it, me and Chad made our way back to Lion's Ark, and there was the ship icon like I had stated, and it took you to the new area called South Sun Cove. And I gotta say, the loading screen, the art style and everything looked really awesome. It piqued my interest. But basically, day 2 was just a whole bunch of event grinding. You were skipping from area to area, killing a lot of veteran types of enemies such as Karkas, Drakes, other various assortments of underwater enemies. There was a couple champions thrown in as well, but there wasn't too many of them. A lot of problems with this area was just the lag. It wasn't too bad. Like, it was difficult because if you would lag, there was times where they would call in little hatchlings, and it just made it like super confusing and difficult. Like, day 1 was laggy too, but it was able to be done. But anyway, some of the events that took place were things such as certain points on the map had to be, you know, controlled. You had to go and defend this area. You had to make sure nothing was in the circle or it would glow red. If it was blue, it was being taken over, and once the bar filled, you pretty much just moved to the next area and overtook that area. It also consisted of a lot of escorting from point A to B, defend this person while they go here and they do this. There was 2 different missions where you had to help protect workers. One was for when they were cutting down trees to repair a bridge, and then the second one was to repair the bridge, and you had to defend them from all these veterans and I think like 2 champions that would spawn. It wasn't nothing too exciting. It was rather nice to be scaled to level 80 once again for the event, but the experience didn't really like pay off. I guess it's because everything was veteran and there wasn't any regular type of enemies in the game. But you know, to me, I prefer the Halloween event. But you know, I still held out hope for the last day because that was supposed to be the big build up to everything that was reshaping Tyria. Now, basically, on the final day, I jumped in about 5 minutes late due to family plans and other shit like that. I find out that the event started 15 minutes early. So when jumping in, I was greeted with a new piece of mail. It basically told me, hey, it's the final day. It's going to be a great battle against the Ancients. Meet in South Sun Cove. Man, that's a tongue twister. Where the event was starting. Considering there's only 2 waypoints in South Sun Cove, you either had to trek a great distance or meet with a giant group and meet them at these places. I was way far off, so I had to run past a whole bunch of veteran drakes and Kraka and all that different stuff. So if you weren't basically prepared for this, you had to do a lot of dodging. You had to go either far out of the way or just be killed instantly because even though you're level 80, the carcass can hit you in 2 hits and drain you to almost like 3,000 some health depending on what your vitality is. But anyway, what had happened was when you get to the little encampment that you basically rush to on day 2, you're greeted with a cutscene where it shows 2 cannons being triggered and destroying the barrier to the carcass nest where the Ancient is supposedly held. But anyways, as you storm this, you're greeted with like endless waves of veteran carcass. I think we fought at least 4 or 5 champions, which take forever. The thing I didn't mention about the carcass was they added a thing which is like a armor duration to them. Basically, they have 1 health bar and it has to go all the way down, and then it refills, which is just the regular health, and then it goes the whole way down where that's their health, and once it's down, they die. But anyway, after fighting a couple of champions, I've learned that the champions and the veterans have one of the cheapest attacks I've seen in the game, which is this AoE where they jump up into the air, they hit the ground, they send out a huge shockwave. I guarantee you I died maybe 4 or 5 times. It was a lot of bullshit with their attacks, just to go along with the lag and everything. So cheap attacks, lag, all that different stuff just doesn't go together. But after doing all that, you were told that you had to retreat back to the encampment again, where you would then be greeted with a quest or event that says, hey, the Ancient has arisen, force it back to the nest. And pretty much it spawns halfway across the map, so you gotta walk all the way back, dodging everything that you previously dodged, getting to the encampment, which kind of would seem stupid, but I guess, you know, with the group it should have been easier, but everybody was just kind of doing their own thing. They weren't really relying on one another. Like, if you died, chances of you being resurrected were kind of slim to none because everybody was just being assholes about the whole thing, which the event, you're supposed to work together, but some people were kind of, you know, loners. They do their own thing, so whatever. I tried to help in any way possible. But anyway, so when you first get there, he spawns and his first form is his armor, like I was saying. Once you get him about a quarter of the way down, he starts to spawn in veterans. The first or second wave wasn't too bad. Then roughly when you get him about halfway, he really fucks you over, pretty much. We were sitting there and he had summoned in, I want to say at least 30 or 50 veterans. Just, they came out of nowhere. With the lag, you really couldn't see anything. Like, enemies wouldn't like appear. You could see the names, but you couldn't pinpoint exactly where they were, which was one of my problems. And they just came out of nowhere and ended up wiping out our entire group. But pretty much, even if you did die, the 2 waypoints, the one waypoint that was up to the left wasn't too far from where you could go, so me being me, I was like, well, whatever, I'll just go there and I'll spawn and walk back. They had a problem with the waypoints, considering that when you would click a waypoint, you would be stuck with the little yellow circle spinning in the corner with the picture of South Sun Cove, and basically what would happen is you would be stuck there for a little while, and then the game would just crash. Now, whether it was my fault, their fault, I'm not pointing fingers. Basically, at this point, I just figured it wasn't it wasn't worth it. It was pretty much just a big fuck you. So I said, fuck it. It wasn't worth all the frustration and frequent crashes. Chad seemed to have troubles going from area to area and it crashing. And it only seems to happen during the events for him. Sometimes it happens out of the events. I don't know if he's got to reinstall, but either way, that should not be happening. I'm sorry. That should not happen at all. And with the broken NPCs, that kind of screwed it up for everybody. This event, if I had to give it like a numerical rating, I would give it like a 4 out of 10. I hate to be critical like that, but I don't know. I wish it would have been better. I wish it would have worked. I wish the lag would have been taken into accommodation, where Halloween was laggy too, but it was doable. That was the thing. Like, it was doable, and it was a good event because it was planned out. I feel that them only having maybe, what was it, like 15 days or whatever between the time that Halloween came out, or maybe it was 15 or 16 days between when the Halloween event ended until this. I feel that it was kind of rushed. I don't know if the same team worked on it or anything, but it felt very rushed, like it was incomplete. But anyway, what I was saying was, so I figured whatever happens to Tyria, I would just log in and it'll still be there. It's not like it's going to change or anything. They did state in the forums that a lot of the stuff that you weren't able to participate in, you will still be able to do. So I'm looking forward to whatever that kind of stuff is. But it could have been a lot better, like I said, had they had fixed the issues and dealt with it in a more timely manner. But I will say this, even though my rating is critical to what it should be, like I said, I will say this. I do want to thank Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet for keeping the loyal fans on their toes with all this new fresh content that they keep coming out with. Even though it's not 100% in working order, it's still awesome to see that this stuff is happening, to see that they're like, okay, what can we do next? What can be the next big thing we can throw into the game that's going to entice more people to play our game? I'm sold on the game. I've been sold since it came out, so you guys, whatever you guys do, I'm automatically going to be into. I'm automatically going to enjoy, even if it's not 100% like I said. I'm still going to enjoy every portion of the game because that's just how I am. If I'm stuck on a game, I'm stuck on a game. Plain and simple. I'm just hoping that the Christmas event will be more thought out and more planned. Hopefully it will work. But like I said, the Halloween event was amazing. Maybe it was the Lost Shores didn't work as well due, like I said, the time restraints. Considering there wasn't that much time between the two. Basically, from the day this video gets uploaded, there is officially 35 days till Christmas. Think about it. That's fucking crazy. Christmas is almost like right around the corner. So I'm hoping to see what they do for Christmas. I'm hoping it's something amazing with a bunch of new content added. Maybe stuff for the characters, new weapons. I don't know, maybe fight even an evil Santa Claus, maybe some evil reindeers. I don't know, maybe something awesome. Maybe something that'll reshape Tyria. I don't know. I mean, we already have a snow place, so it's hard to tell what direction they're going to take this in, but I expect only great things from Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet. But other than that, guys, I just want to throw that information your way. The last thing I want to say to everybody is this week is Thanksgiving. Other than this video and the War Z videos going up this week, there probably won't be any other videos. There might be a couple streams through the week. I'm not 100% sure as of right now. My trip did get canceled to go to Minnesota to see my brother, so ignore what I said in the last video because that is not happening. But other than that, like I said, Thanksgiving's this week, so I want to just tell everybody I'm thankful for all you guys watching these videos, all my people over at Twitch and JTV, and all my friends and family that I have. You guys are all fucking awesome. You're the reason that I live and breathe and move on through my day, even when it's super shitty. So I'm thankful for all you guys, and I want to tell everybody to have a safe and good little Thanksgiving with your family. Eat a lot of food. If you drink, please be safe about it. Other than that, I will catch you guys next week. Peace.